welcome back to Glory Hunter with me, Alex, or as you probably know me better as Haymanager. And this is episode 17. Now, if you've seen this on the Friday, that video previously managed to get the 5 likes, whether that was over the weekend. If you are seeing this on the Monday, this is just the standard. Next episode, we're going to get straight into the next 2 games. I believe it's Liverpool and Wolves now. So the table, last time round we beat Arsenal 3-2 in quite a good game. And then Tottenham, it was a bit of a hit and miss game, but Tottenham, we managed to get the away win. Very, very good game from Martial. Indeed, really, really good game by Martial. 2 goals for him. And then that's put us in a position now. I didn't want to click that. Don't know why I clicked that. That put us in a position now where, I'll quickly show you. In the league, we are 6 points ahead of Wolves, but have the game in hand in them. Obviously, we also play them after Liverpool. And then it's put us 11 points ahead of Tottenham with a game in hand on Tottenham, who are 4th. So that puts us 11 points ahead at this stage of the season, meaning we have to lose 4 games and they have to win 4 games, which is pretty big at this point in the season. We're in this game. Well, the next game is going to be the halfway point of the season for us after playing Liverpool. Now, Liverpool, they do have a game in hand on us, and we do play them now. So this would be an interesting game where if I do beat them, we'll go 10 points ahead, I believe. No, 11 points ahead of them. And then, but if not, which is a possibility, but with 2 of their players being out who are quite key for them, be it Alexander-Arnold and Mario Fernandes, it's going to be an interesting game. Anyway, let's get straight into it. I'll show you the side I'm going to play against them. A bit of a positive attitude this time round. I'm bringing out the big guns as well. So we've got De Gea, Shaw, Lindelof, Akanji instead, just to deal with the pace that they have up front, obviously, of Mane and Salah. I believe they've still got those 2 players anyway. I'll have to double check that in their lineup. But just to deal with the pace that I know that we're probably going to be coming up against. And Dalot on that right-hand side. And then Eriksen and Pogba in that middle 2. Pogba, as we saw last episode, being trained in that box-to-box midfielder role. He can just play in whatever role, really. He's got the physicality for it. Advanced playmaker, deep line playmaker, Met Salah, the box-to-box midfielder role. He's pretty much got it all. And then Eriksen playing in more of a deep line playmaker role. Fernandes in that attacking midfielder role with Rashford on the left and Januzaj instead of Sancho on the right. Just want to give Sancho a bit of a rest. He's played a lot of games, just perhaps keeping for that Wolves game where I know it might be key coming up against a few faster players, a few more experienced players on those wing-back roles against Wolves that they like to play, that 5 at the back. And then Martial up front. So then, we're going to go straight into it. We're going to kick off this episode with this Northwest Derby, as they like to call it, the Northwest Derby instead of the Derby, because it is a massive rivalry between us and Liverpool. And as you can see, they do actually have Mane and Salah still at the club. Salah getting 11 assists this season. He actually got, I think he's got the most amount of goals as well. So Salah is definitely someone I'm hoping Luke Shaw can keep control of. Lindelof perhaps as well, and then Akanji and Dalot dealing with Mane, and as we know, Firmino drops a bit deeper. Keita and Luis in the middle. I think Luis is a new signing, more of a defensive midfielder. Grimaldo on that left-hand side. Joe Gomez on that right-hand side, so perhaps Rashford going to look to attack down that left-hand side throughout the game. Going to get a bit passionate with it. We've been on a good run lately, and I'm also going to be a bit assertive. I have faith in you. Tell them I have faith in them for these sort of games. Get them going. So immediately, our position. We've got a highlight, but I want to make sure Salah is closed down immediately as they have a free kick. The ball's in, and De Gea saves. First highlight of the game, a minute in. What are we going to do with the ball here now? It goes to Rashford. Obviously, get Joe Gomez on him, who's not fast. And Eriksen with the great ball over the top to Rashford, who puts a really powerful shot at Alisson there. Really, really good start for us, actually. We're looking the fitter side as well. As you can see, they're in the low 80s already, whereas we're still in these low 90s. So maybe play the long game here. I am going to, in fact, play it down this left-hand side, as you'll see. I'm training Rashford to cut in from that left-hand side and perhaps become a bit more clinical. As we have a highlight here now, Akanji to Lindelof, Eriksen, Plays the ball out to Rashford, who picks it up, cuts inside there. Can he find the pass? He can't, but he goes to alone. And Alisson with a great save there. Tips it over the bar. And a corner for us. Bruno Fernandes on this corner now. Crosses it in, but Matip's there at the front post to deal with it. Back to Bruno Fernandes, who can put a ball in. But no one's there as Pogba collects it. And it looks like this might be the end of the highlight, unless Mane now comes forward. Can we deal with him? Lindelof pushed Firmino. I thought that was a last man tackle then, and I got a bit nervous. I won't lie. I'm going to tell the lads to get a bit creative. They didn't even book him though, which is an odd one. Luke Shaw picking up a knock, it looks like. Down to 73% of his conditioning or fitness, as you might want to call it. Trying to get the lads fired up, telling them to get creative, and they're not taking any of it on board. It's been a bit of a dull half so far. I'd like to think we might be able to get both teams playing poor. I'm going to get passionate with it. It's time for everyone to dig in. I want them to dig in. Get a bit passionate again. You weren't bad, but you are capable of better. You're much capable of better. Tactics-wise, right, what can we change up here? Let's have a think. So, I'm thinking, play it a bit wider. I want to work it into the box, and I'm going to play a bit more direct, a bit standard. I'm just going to go attacking as well. I can't think of anything else that I want to do. I like the tactic as it is, if anything. Jan's having a good game. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll switch these two around, and we're going to go a bit more attacking through the middle. I know it's a bit risky, but I'm going to have Eriksen playing a bit more advanced, as he's playing a bit better this game, and then Fernandes playing that Met Salah role with Pogba as an advanced playmaker, which he prefers, and maybe push forward a bit more. Obviously, we're attacking now. With Akanji picking up an injury, this isn't what you'd like to see. So for the last half an hour, I'm actually going to take him off and bring on Harry Maguire. I'm happy with Harry Maguire playing now because obviously the fitness has dropped, and I'm going to bring on Sancho as well to play inverted winger attack. So we're going to start attacking them. I want to try and get on their case. I'm going to tell the lads I'm going to demand a bit more from them as well, because I want to see a bit more from them for definite, as looking a bit more focused. They have a corner now though, and it's headed away. Eriksen, can he get the ball to Martial? He can. And if Martial can find a pass here, he can to Rashford. Rashford, can he finish it? He doesn't go on the inside. He took it, well, I thought he might have cut in there. If he had cut in, it was probably going to be an opportunity for us to score. Martial picking out a perfect pass, as I probably wish him to do so. But we have a highlight. Bruno Fernandes with the ball in. And I thought Lindelof might have got there and just been able to nab a header. But Alisson gathers it first. Milik now up top. Maguire sorting that over the top ball out. Beautiful ball to find Sancho with a great first touch. What can he do with it now? Goes to the byline. Martial's at the near post and he's put it in. He's put it in at the near post. He tucks it away. What a goal. Now that is a big, big goal. A big, big goal for us. Sancho with a great first touch. Takes it right. Is that Grimaldo? Grimaldo completely out the game. Runs it to the byline. Manages to get a ball in. And Martial with that run near post and just poaches it home. Something United don't actually do in real life, which perhaps could be something they could take on board. But there's a highlight straight from kickoff now. As Origi's been brought on that left-hand side. Can Dalot deal with him? It's a ball into Milik to Henderson, and that has really put out the flame of my celebrations there. Extinguished that flame. As Origi plays the ball in, Milik takes it down, and Henderson, of everyone, manages to just sneak it past De Gea, who probably wasn't expecting it, if anything. And now we're back to square one. I'm going to make another few changes here. I'm going to look to push us a bit higher up the pitch. They've not been too lethal. I'm going to switch as well, which is a bit risky. I'm going to go to a 4-4-2 with Rashford up front. Eriksen playing. Fernandes doesn't have a particularly great game. Yeah, I'll have Eriksen playing that deep line playmaker role. Fernandes hasn't been playing very well. I'll bring Palacios to play on this left-hand side. Just have him as an inverted winger. He's more of a creative player as well. And then Rashford playing as a... What do we normally play him as? Deep line forward, that's it. Deep line forward. Still attacking though. Maybe not play it as wide. Still be direct. Just play it through the middle now. I prefer. And dribble a bit less. I want to see what we can do. I want to see what we can do playing this 4-4-2. Been a bit of an interesting game this. I thought we might have been able to nab that goal and perhaps hold on to a 1-0. But I want to try and get... Come on, lads. Show some passion. They're fired up now. They're looking for it. I'm going to have to bring off Luke Shaw. He's looking absolutely... Oh, I can't. I forgot. I've made all my changes. There's a highlight coming up to the end of this game. Matip with the starting off in deep in their own half, Liverpool, as they play a ball over the top to Milik. What can he do there? Luckily, De Gea with a great save. I'm going to go very attacking. I want to really push on top of this, see if we can get a last-minute goal. Coming into Fergie time at the end now, as we call it. 94th minute, he's going to call it there. And it's, if anything, it's a bit of a disappointing game to come away from that because, yeah, I'm going to sympathise with him. You're unlucky tonight. You were unlucky. I'm going to tell them I'm happy. I'm happy with how you played. I'm happy with how you played. You're unlucky tonight, lads. It was a pretty good game. I'd say we got a bit complacent coming off of the what's it called? The kick-off, going back to the centre. But nothing that could have been avoided anyway. It's just a bit of an upsetting moment. Akanji coming off might have been that pivotal part where he got injured, but can't reflect on it anyway. We've got to move forward. And I shall see you in the... I believe we play Wolves next. The Wolves game at home as well, I believe we are. So yeah, I'll see you at the Wolves game when we're playing them at home and I'll bring you the lineup before the game. Right, you've joined me here just before the Wolves game. Just going to take you through the fixtures beforehand. Liverpool actually beat City 5-1, which puts into perspective how much City have dropped off. Arsenal beating Bournemouth 3-0, Chelsea winning as well. Swansea actually beating Leicester is a big one for Swansea because they are bottom of the league, and Tottenham beat West Brom. So this now becomes sort of, in a sense, a must-win game for us. Liverpool's still only 5 points behind us now that we've all played the same amount of games near enough. But this puts us a good 10 points ahead of third, which is a really big turning point for us. I've actually had a line up that I've wanted to play, but it looks like I'm going to have to switch this around now, as a lot of these players aren't looking very fit, I've got to admit. In fact, no, I think they're all right still. Pogba's not playing this game. I'm going to bring Ayer on for Akanji just because he's not looking that fit. I can stay on. Fisher's not been particularly great for us. But yeah, I brought Sancho on this left-hand side, playing Greenwood on that right-hand side because Rashford hasn't been playing that particularly great for us. I am going to go positive against Wolves, just layout sort of as ever, same sort of layout. And that's the lineup, just the one change in there, 3 changes. Yeah, 3 changes in there. Palacios for Eriksen, McTominay's playing for, well, he's more or less replacing whoever plays in that box-to-box midfielder role, being Pogba at the moment, with Goretzka out. And then Greenwood on that right-hand side is the inside forward. And then on that left-hand side, I have got playing Sancho because Rashford hasn't been playing particularly great the last few games. He had a few chances last game. I thought he might have finished, but he's just not been that good a player. So I'm going to tell the lads to get a bit creative because I want to see some sort of creativeness in this side. As Doherty has the throw-in on this right-hand side now for Wolves. Back to Rodriguez, to Otto. But Palacios intercepts, brings it forward. The young central midfielder, but a bit of a mix-up there. And Martial, I thought he might have put it down that right-hand side. But he said he doesn't. As my dog goes crazy downstairs. Can he get a header in? We can't. Palacios just lets Haymanager grab the ball, which is a bit odd. We have to see what we can do here. It's the 24th minute now. Let's see. We're getting back into the game a little bit. We're getting back into it. As João Moutinho got injured and so did Fernandes, so I'm assuming there was a bit of a coming together there. As we come to a highlight, which looks like they're going to get forward here now. Doherty takes it past Luke Shaw, and I don't know how he's missed that, but that is a sign, if anything, as a near post save by De Gea was then shot again from the rebound by Raul Jimenez and misses the target completely. Yeah, right, we're going to have to change something up here. For sure. I'm going to just drop it to balanced, just for now. I'm going to tell the lads to concentrate. We need to concentrate because it's not looking great so far. Bruno Fernandes picking up I'll have to see how bad that injury is, but let's go to the tactics. What's the injury looking like? Lower leg injury. I am going to take him off. I'm actually bring Van der Beek on. Reason being, I'm going to push these three lads up front. I'm going to have Greenwood playing that advanced forward role as well as Martial. I'll play Greenwood as a complete forward. He's good as a complete forward. And then a deep line forward for Sancho, who I know I can't play that role, but keeping in mind we've got Rashford on the bench, he probably is a good player for it. And Scott McTominay can play that ball wing midfielder role, which we need him to play. In fact, I'm going to drop him a bit deeper. I'm going to play this. More of a compact 4-3-3, if anything. Luke Shaw's looking a bit tired, so I might have to switch him off at some point in the second half. And then the other change will obviously be Rashford for Sancho. But we need something from this game. I've just told Mike Phelan to do it. Whatever. I didn't even mean to do that. But let's get back into this. Hopefully, and I mean hopefully, we can get something from the game. It's 55th minute. 10 minutes gone already. Nothing's happened. I'm going to have to tell him to get attacking. Give him a few instructions on how to keep control of Ruben Neves, who's having a pretty good game. Mario Balotelli actually coming on for them. Andres Pereira not playing for them this season. He's not been particularly great, I've heard, or I've seen, should I say. Maguire, back to Dalot. Playing it out from the back here, as you can see. Scott McTominay, can he find a ball through? He can, and Martial might get there first, but misses the target. That was a that was a point in the game where you're thinking, who can save us? And Martial's just not come through there. Right, we're going to make the changes now. We're bringing on the big boys. Martial playing that role. Complete forward for Greenwood. And then on this other right-hand side, I'm going to have him, deep line forward. On comes Rashford. We're going to switch these two boys around because we are getting a bit overrun at the back as well. And Luke Shaw is coming off. So, get back to playing the game. We've made the changes. Hopefully now, a few instructional changes as well. I'm going to push it a bit forward, play a lot wider, shoot on sight. I want us to run at them for sure because we've got the legs now. Push a bit further forward and distribute that ball over the top because we have got three up top, which could be a bit dangerous for Wolves. Hopefully, coming up to the last 10 minutes now, we've got to do something about it. I'm going to demand a bit more from them. And Scott McTominay comes forward with a header and hits the bar, as I was just demanding a bit more. Lindelof now, back to Scott McTominay. Will he shoot? He does, but it's not the most powerful of shots, and looks like they're going to try and counter on us, as Mario Balotelli brings it forward. But Lindelof does well. And there's a free kick given away by Dalot there. Ruben Neves on that free kick now, with the ball in to Doherty at the back post, and he must have kicked that against the ground, because that was a really, really good opportunity for them, just not finished off. As they're all looking focused, the lads, they all want this win, get them very attacking for the last 3 minutes of the game. And it's looking like another draw for us, which is 4 big points dropped. 4 big points dropped. I'm going to get a bit assertive. That simply wasn't good enough. There was no attacking intent there. Martial not really coming through at all. And it puts, with Liverpool now having a game in hand, that puts us in a position where they could go 3 points behind us. Putting that, instead of last season, we sort of had a nice smooth run, just getting further and further away. But now we've got the pressure of Liverpool behind us, who we could have actually won that game, as I said, but not the worst of episodes. Got to admit, could have gone a lot worse. Could have gone a lot worse. But overall, nothing particularly bad. Bruno Fernandes only injured for maximum 2 days, which isn't particularly a bad thing. So go to the schedule. We'll see where we'll pick up next time. This month hasn't been a particularly great month for us in December. A lot of games. Had the Carabao Cup, the Champions League, and those 6 Premier League games as well within the space of 31 days, which is a bit too much, if anything. So now the squad gets a bit of a break. We have, well, not a break, so to speak. We have the Bournemouth game in 2 days, which is not fantastic. And then the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup as well. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably bring you the West Ham and the Manchester City game. And that'll be the 2 games I'll bring to you in the next episode. And then it's more... Oh, we've actually drawn... When did we do that? Well then. Big scenes. Big scenes. Did not realise that happened. Right, so we've apparently drew the... I didn't even think about the Champions League draw. Right, so that changes everything. So we're going to play that West Ham City game. We're going to have another derby, another Carabao Cup. Excuse me, another cup that we could add potentially to the game, to the lineup. I am going to put a full strength. Oh god, a lot of wind. Excuse me. A big side out for that West Ham game, and then I would have brought you probably the West Ham Arsenal game, but with these 3 games here. Well, these 5 games, if anything. And what I'll do is I'll bring you the Real Madrid and Tottenham game because that's our first big test here. Real Madrid. Let's see what sort of let's have a look at their squad more than anything. What sort of squad they're running? Pacheco. Oh, Courtois injured. So is Gareth Bale, and so's their key right back. So they're running Nacho, Militao, Sergio Ramos and Juan Bernat. Valverde in that deep role with Cruz and Diaz ahead, and then Rafa, Hazard and Vinicius Jr. I don't think that's their strongest side. Varane, Benzema, Sensio, Modric and Rodrigo as well. That'll be a fantastic episode. That starting to pick up the games really now. It looked a bit dull this back end of the season, but now it's really picked up. So yeah, next episode, West Ham City, and then for a few episodes' time, something to look forward to. I'll bring you... Should I bring you that second leg? That second leg would probably be boring, depending on what it's like. So I'll bring you the West Ham City games, which is in 2 games' time. Get another derby in, and then depending on how the first leg goes, which hopefully will be an annihilation, because West Ham, they are in the Premier League, but I thought they got relegated. West Ham aren't doing particularly great, so hopefully that would be a demolition job. And then, depending on that, it'll either be West Ham and Arsenal, or it'll be Real Madrid and Tottenham, to which I will then bring you the second leg, be it Liverpool and Real Madrid. I'll probably skip that Swansea game out for you, as I'm trying to compact these episodes. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy. Leave a like on the video if you did. If you did see this video, obviously you hit that 5 likes. I'm really appreciating the feedback and sort of the views and everything that you're putting onto these videos. Now we're sort of picking up a bit of pace. We're getting a consistent audience in. And I hope if you're new as well to these sort of episodes, I hope you subscribe, because it's starting to pick up a bit more. The episode's going to get a bit more exciting. You're going to see a few bigger names. It was a bit boring last season just with the Europa League and everything, but now we're getting the heights of Europe. It's only the first round, and this is the first round, fantastic first round, if I say. Bayern Munich and Barcelona, sort of equally matched sides throughout, apart from Benfica, Liverpool getting an easy run as ever. But Real Madrid away from home, big first leg. Hopefully we can get a win out of that. But yeah, I shall see you in episode, it'll be 18 next time, episode 18, the next episode. Ciao.